New here at 6, a new report out today shows vehicle thefts are on the decline nationwide and right here in the Chicago area, too. David Glau is the CEO of the National Insurance Crime Bureau, joins us in studio to break down the numbers. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So they've gone down 40%? That's a lot.
It has been a lot. Well, it's gone down 17% in the last
year.
Last year.
Last year, okay.
Yeah.
But 40% overall in the last, what?
Last 4 years.
Last 4 years,
Right,
okay,
right.
all right.
So
Okay, why?
Well, during the COVID pandemic, we saw a lot of things. Schools were shuttered. We had social services were shut down. The price of used cars and cars parts went up exponentially. And this was just a driver of the crime. And these cars are used in other crimes such as carjackings, auto thefts, organized retail crime.
So it was opportunity, pretty much.
Opportunity was driving this. And crime is about money, and there's money to be made.
So now we're out of the pandemic, and so things were changing a little bit, and I think police helped a lot too, right?
Yeah, we've partnered with law enforcement. We've been around 110 years, so we have millions of records in our databases, and we help share that information. We actually have the stolen vehicle database in partnership with the FBI, so we do this on a day-to-day basis. We fund undercover operations. We provide license plate reader programs as well. We're in a hand-in-glove relationship with the Illinois State Police. We do a lot in this for the National Insurance Crime Bureau in partnership with law enforcement.
How are vehicles mostly stolen? How do they get them?
Well, there's one thing that I think we've all probably guilty of is key fobs.
Yes.
I have kids that play soccer. We're actually by the fire stadium down here. We played, and take your key fob with you.
Okay.
Leaving your key fob in your vehicle is one of the main things that get your vehicle stolen. The other ones, Kia and Hyundai's, had a security vulnerability. They top our list. So for those of you who still have those, make sure you've had those security vulnerabilities corrected by taking them into a dealership.
So there are a lot of there's a list that you have here. So the ones that people really love to steal: the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the Hyundai Elantra, Hyundai Sonata, Dodge Durango, the Kia, as you mentioned, Dodge Charger, Kia Soul, Infiniti Q50, Toyota Camry, and the Nissan Maxima. But not a lot of foreign ones like European cars.
Right. We've had Hondas and Toyotas in the past, but recently it's been driven a lot by the Hyundais and the Kias because of that security vulnerability. And those car parts are very vulnerable of the other vehicles in the international space. As an example, as we recover over 3,000 vehicles from Africa and Mexico, the National Insurance Crime Bureau actually repatriates those vehicles. So a lot of this is about making money, and the stolen cars and car parts are very valuable. They're also used in other crimes as well.
What are some of the hardest ones to steal?
Harder ones are going to be more of your high-end cars with the security measures. We work with the manufacturers every day. They're part of our association. So we work with them and pass along where the vulnerabilities are, because criminals are always trying to stay one step ahead of the security protocols in a vehicle. So we're passing along information, identifying that so we can help the manufacturers have security systems they can't defeat.
How does AI factor into this, or does it?
AI, artificial intelligence, or machine learning, we use a lot of that in the National Insurance Crime Bureau on the data and the intelligence we have in partnership with the Chicago Police Department. We're in the Fusion Center here in the Chicago metropolitan area. We're also in all 50 Fusion Centers. So we, on our end, use artificial intelligence and intelligence to identify these criminal organizations, the rings, the data associated with them, so we can pass that along to law enforcement. We supplement the intelligence analysts and the investigators with the federal law enforcement partners and local law enforcement.
Where does Illinois rank as far as all of the U.S.?
Illinois is number 4, but they're down to number 6, but they were 4 in the past, so they're continuing to reduce, and we're seeing improvement.
Higher numbers are better. So
well, they're coming down. They're coming down.
Okay.
You're right. They're coming down.
Okay, and you expect it to keep coming down? Do you predict it coming down, or?
So the pendulum is starting to shift. So we still have a little under 1 million steals a year. That's still a lot, but we've seen an improvement. So we're back to more of what we've seen the years 2019, 2018. We're seeing improvements there. And as law enforcement and the intelligence sharing gets better and the countermeasures and the security protocols are deployed by the manufacturers, we're going to continue to see improvements. But remember, the criminal bad guys, the bad actors are always trying to stay
one step ahead.
Trying to stay one step ahead.
David, thank you so much. Appreciate it.